Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time to my channel, hi, my name is Sarah. I make a lot of special effects tutorials. Ooh, you hear that crack? I make a lot of special effects tutorials, mostly around Halloween time, some beauty tutorials, and a little bit of DIY in between. For today's video, we are going to be talking e.l.f. cosmetics. Finally got it in the mail. I finally got my E.L.F. and JKISSA collaboration. This was definitely a long time in the making. They were making it for about a year and a half and it launched maybe about a month ago or so, and I finally got it in the mail. So there are 3 items within this collection, and this is all going to be in US prices just so that everybody knows. The first item is an eyeshadow palette. It does retail for $12 and does come with 7 shades in it. There's also an eyeliner, which is $5. And lastly, the mascara as well, which is $6. So all of this together equals $23, which was perfect for JKISSA, aka Jessica, because she has a thing with the number 23, as you will see soon enough. So alongside testing out this collection, I also wanted to kind of test out e.l.f. products in itself. I don't use a lot of e.l.f. I'm definitely a big fan of them for the products that I use of them, but I haven't dabbled too much into the brand. So I just kind of wanted to feel out a little bit, especially because they have come out with quite a few new products. One of which being the 16-hour camo concealer, which is what I have on my lid right now. I obviously have dabbled in the makeup and such because of what's on my face. But a really cool thing about ordering from e.l.f.'s site is that when you order, I think it's over $25 or more, which I did, you do get quite a few free samples. So the samples that I got with my order, although they are really torn up, is this one right here, which I had already taken out of the package. But that is going to be the Clear Brow and Lash Mascara. But I have never, and I probably won't ever end up using the one for the eyelashes. I'll probably just end up using both of these for my eyebrows because I set my eyebrows literally every single day, so it's definitely going to be a help out with that. So I got that product. I also got a satin lipstick. It's in a touch of nude. The Beautifully Bare Smooth Matte Eyeshadow in Nude Linen. The e.l.f. Baked Blush in Pinktastic. And an e.l.f. Hello Hydration Face Cream with Hyaluronic Acid and Peptide Complex. Now, if you guys have watched my couple latest videos of me going cruelty-free with my makeup, you may have realized that I had and have quite a bit of blush and highlights, etc. So I have been trying to get rid of more than I have been trying to keep. So I haven't used any of those products that I just showed you besides the Clear Lash and Brow Gel in today's video because I'd rather donate those than use them once in a video and then not be able to donate them to, let's say, a women's shelter. I have no real need to dabble in those because I know that I don't wear the highlighters. I know that I don't really care for nudes, as you guys will have known if you watched my going through my lipsticks video. I don't really dabble in nudes all that much, but I definitely did want to test out their concealer, so I actually purchased this with my own money as well as the entire collection. But let's talk about the collection in itself. I will be doing a test for on the concealer, as I have put it down as my base, as you will get to see in this makeup tutorial. I don't tend to wear concealer. Again, as you guys will know, if you did watch my complexion enhancing whatever video where I am decluttering, I do specify that I don't wear concealers unless I'm doing them for more special effects look or if I'm using them as a base for an eyeshadow, which I did today. So I probably won't be testing it out for the full 16 hours, but I will be testing it out for as long as possible because it is 1:45 p.m. and your girl is not willing to wait until like 12 tonight or longer until she takes it off. But today's video is pretty much just about the collection mixed with a little bit of more e.l.f. stuff, so let's get right into the collection. So the collection itself, let's talk about the eyeshadow palette, and that has a purple tone to the entire group of packaging. On the front of it, it does just show a bunch of little characters. It's like eyelashes and lipsticks and popsicles, a diamond, and a makeup brush, broken heart, and of course it says 23, as you guys will see. It's kind of a theme on JKISSA's everything. And it just says E.L.F. and JKISSA, and where it says JKISSA is actually written in her handwriting. Then you open it up, and this palette does come with a mirror, which is really cool because, again, it comes with 7 shades. Those shades being 23, My Moon, Alien, Danger, BFF, Mac and Cheese, and Sway. It is also a magnetic palette, which is another little cool thing to add to it, especially because it is such a cheap palette. Cheap as in price, not as in quality. When you flip it over again, it does just say the shade names, which I just read off to you, and then it says, this palette is the perfect mix of everyday neutrals and fun pops of color. Each shade stems from a different aspect of my life. I hope you can feel the love that went into this. And then it just has actually little shapes, basically in correlation to each of the shade names. So 23 is a number that generally means just positive vibes to do with makeup and such, just positive vibes in general, it's creativity, etc. My Moon is to do with Suki, one of her dogs, one of them. Alien is something that she had been called for the majority of her life, which actually, funny enough, is something that Jeffree Star has stated as well. BFF, as a lot of people in her life definitely help her to strive through. She did make quite a few really good friends through doing this collab with E.L.F Cosmetics. Mac and cheese, as it is a mac and cheese shade. Also, she's like renowned for her love for mac and cheese, whether it be the actual mac and cheese or mac and cheese shades, which I can totally relate to because I love the like mustardy mac and cheese shade. And then there is Sway, which I believe is in remembrance of Christian, who is her husband. I believe that is the town he grew up in. And Danger, I'm not sure, but I will double check on this. And then next up is the mascara. And the packaging just has the same little next on it that says XOXO. It's got a rose, it's got a fire on it, etc, etc, etc. And then again it says E.L.F. and JKISSA. Now this isn't a super bright and colorful mascara as you might imagine her to have made, but this is a brown that's almost like a very cool tone lighter brown, which I appreciate because I like the out there colors. The wand on this is also pretty basic as is. It just has a slightly tapered middle to it and then it kind of just goes out on the edges. And then lastly, the eyeliner, which is a blue eyeliner. It doesn't specifically say any color on it, it just says eyeliner and then E.L.F. and JKISSA. Colorful eyeliner can really take a look to the next level. This shade is a perfect balance between navy and bright blue and it looks great with many different eye colors. It has the little shapes as usual, and then it has a little end on it, which really just shows the color of it. So the packagings themselves, I've obviously already taken these out of the packaging as I have used them. What I really like about these is the fact that it actually shows the size comparison. Like it's actually pretty accurate, if almost not exactly, the size comparison to the actual product and the product that it shows on the package. I'm not going to mention or shade any specific company, but a lot of companies, they do have to use a little disclaimer on the packages that's like size not as shown because they pump it up a little bit more. It does catch consumers' attention quite a bit of the time, but just something to be aware of when you're looking at packaging is that sometimes the product may not be the size that it shows. They kind of just like enlarge it a lot, not only just to make it look bigger, but also to increase the size of the print. So it's a pull and push with them, but these ones are pretty much exactly the size that it states on the package. Now talking about just the palette specifically, as I stated, it does have a magnetic component to it, so it's going to close on its own essentially. When you open it, it does come with a brush, although I found the brush to be less than necessary. I don't like how small it is, unfortunately. I do like this kind of brush that's like the dual-ended. Ooh, you guys see that? Ooh, it really catches the color. I did use this guy in the tutorial today. I tried to use this one to the best of my abilities, but honestly I was just using it to use it. But the palette itself, it does have decent pigmentation. I found Danger to be the lightest of the bunch in regards to the pigmentation that it has. It's not as pigmented as it looks in the palette. It's just this color right here. That also could maybe be because of the brush that I use, which is the one that was located in the palette. It's the one that came with the palette. But besides that, I found all of the shades pretty much as pigmented as they look in the palette. And I did get to use all of these colors in this makeup tutorial today, so you guys will see how they work. This eyeliner is absolutely magnificent. I don't know its staying capabilities yet because I will be doing a wear test for these, but the pigmentation is amazing. The only thing that's kind of off to me is the fact that it is extremely pointy and it is a little bit sharp in my eyes. Literally. I do realize that through this makeup tutorial and look that the mascara doesn't really show all that well through because it is such a light tone. I would say for a more natural makeup look, this would probably be even better if you're just going for maybe like instead of like an intense smoky eye or something like this, you'd be going for a more natural subtle makeup look because then this is really going to make your lashes pop, whereas in a look like this it kind of just drowns it out. And just throwing this in for good measure is that the 16-hour camo concealer does come with one of the biggest brushes I've ever seen a concealer come with, and it does pack quite a bit of product onto whatever surface you're putting it on. Although it's not a part of the actual E.L.F. collection with JKISSA or any E.L.F. at all, I'm going to be coming in with a transition color just to put on my lid, something that matches my skin tone almost flawlessly. It is the Makeup Geek Sand Dollar eyeshadow. I'm coming in with a decent fluffy brush and the mac and cheese shade and putting that between the transition color and my eyelid. I'm next coming in with both Sway and the mac and cheese shade and basically just blending that between my eyebrow or just put down the transition color to start with. This is basically just to add some definition to look further. Continuing on with kind of a compact, fluffy packing brush, I'm going to be adding Danger into my crease. Next up, I'm coming in with the brush that's actually in the makeup palette, which is this guy right here. And I'm going to be using this end right here to apply my moon. Then back in with Danger to add yet another kind of little bit of definition to the crease. Next up, I'm coming in with BFF on a medium shaded brush and adding a little bit of a fixing spray to that, a dewy fixing spray, and adding that to the inner corner. Then bringing it slightly in the middle of my lid as well, kind of just blending that out. Adding mac and cheese just under my lower lash line, followed up with Sway to blend it out slightly, and then back in with the Makeup-y eyeshadow. Adding Alien to my inner corner, with a small amount of 23 over top. Now following that all back up with the mascara from her collection, which is just in brown. And then lastly taking the E.L.F. X JKISSA eyeliner in a 5803, which is essentially just the blue. But this is going to be where the wear test comes in, so I'm just going to keep checking in with you guys and we'll see how it goes. Alright, so this is super not my first check-in. This was not meant to happen. But I found something while cleaning amongst my room that I wanted to add into the video to start with, but I forgot about it, and it is this guy right here, which is the E.L.F. Dewy Setting Mist. I'm trying to read that backwards. But I'm going to be adding this into the look as well. Am I dewy yet?